Hi everyone, how are you doing today? The scope today has been so super awesome. For those of you guys who are new to Perry 10K, Perry 10K is an awesome collaborative community. Hi Yanli, hello. So excited to be talking to you today about how to overcome perfectionism. There's been a ton really good feedback, really good information, really good responses. Hello everyone that's joining us. Make sure you share with your followers. Thanks so much. So excited to be here. Hi, Jessica. That was such a great scope. Thank you so much. That was awesome, and congrats on the 1,000 followers. That's so awesome, and that really does speak to the power of the Perry 10K community. So what an awesome story. Yes, coming at you live. So happy to be here. So excited to be talking about this. I would say, like years ago, I definitely, perfectionism was something that was kind of always on my mind. You know, we get Yanli, lots of people talked about how we can get really conditioned to this idea of like having to be perfect, right? Because we get, like, from when we're kids, we have these patterns around wanting to keep ourselves safe and wanting to present a certain image. Hello. So we can be very we can get really caught up in that. Thank you so much for inviting followers. I so appreciate it. So excited to be here. But just, we can get really conditioned to just like, I have to be perfect. I have to put forward this perfect front. And part of, I think, what really, why we really do this is because we're like, it's like there's this feeling like if we don't present like only the good stuff, like we're not safe, like people won't like us. Yeah, thank you so much. The Fit Baker Mom, thank you so much for inviting followers. I so appreciate it. And so just really looking at this whole idea around how we're conditioned this way. And so a lot of people talked about that perfect doesn't exist, right? And I'm going to say the opposite end of that, because I believe that piece, and I also believe that everything that's happening is perfect, right? So what if, we as humans like to stick things in boxes, right? We like to say good, we like to say this is good, this happened, so this is good, this happened, this is bad. And what if everything, that's happening is good, no matter whether it's good or bad? Every single piece of thing that's happening is perfection, right? Because it's like the reframe of looking at it like everything's happening for our highest good, right? Everything's meant to help get us to the next step, get us to that next point, and really looking at that and really owning that. So instead of like having to put it in the good box if something good happens, and having to put it in the bad box if something bad happens, just putting it all in the box of good, because all of it's taking us on our journey, right? All of us is getting to that next space, and all of us is bringing into, I talk a lot about energy. I'm an energy healer, and it's bringing us into that energy of who we came here to be, right? How we came here to show up, and who we came here to be. Thank you so much for everyone who's here. Thank you for the hearts. Definitely make sure to invite your followers, because this is really awesome information I want to share with you guys today. And so, there's those pieces of just really letting go of this box that we need to put things in, and recognizing, and I think Brooke might have touched on this a little bit, but recognizing that each thing we do, whether it's good or bad, is getting us to our endpoint, right? So if your endpoint is to be, a coach, a six-figure coach, or whatever that is, it's like looking at that and saying, instead of saying, okay, well, I only had 1 follower on Periscope, so that's bad, and I didn't do well with that. Yes, I am. Yeah. I haven't been able to participate yet, but yeah, I am. So, instead of looking at it like that, just really looking at like, here's my endpoint, and every single thing that I do, whether it's good or it's bad, whether I get a big turnout, whether I don't get any turnout, every single thing that I'm doing is getting me to my endpoint, right? And so it's a total reframe on this idea of, that we have to like that, oh my God, this didn't go well because nobody showed up, or this didn't go well because I made a mistake or I said the wrong thing. And it's like, I like to believe it's like we put out a bunch of different pieces to the universe, and then the universe gets to tell us what is, what's good and what's bad. Like, or I don't even say it like that, but the universe gets to tell us, okay, yeah, like, you know, Periscope is working really well for you. People, you know, you're getting really good feedback. You're getting, you know, clients from that, whatever your good is defined as, you know, that they get to tell you that. And then you just keep moving forward. You keep just saying, like for me, it's like I look at like a gazillion different ways to put myself out there, and then I let the universe tell me, okay, this is good. And I've let go of any sort of perfection of like, even just, you know, I know a real common one is like, you know, video, right? And how we look in video. And so, yeah, it's all about our self-talk. What we think about is ultimately what we become. Yes, exactly. And so, you know, really, really noticing, it's like, okay, so you can get into your habits, you can get into your patterns like, oh my gosh, like I have to look a certain way on video, I have to have my script memorized, or you can say to yourself, like, just showing up, right? Just by coming here or just by creating a video is a hell yes to me. And I'm so big on the hell yes, and so big on the, just, you know, us really like hell yesing ourselves and just like letting go of that perfection and really, really going for it. And as an energy healer, what I do is actually help people clear blocks. So one of the things I might look at is like the, you know, the largest block you have that keeps you stuck around this pattern of perfectionism, right? Because perfectionism is in essence a pattern that we learned from childhood. So, you know, I would look at that and, you know, I believe that there's these moments from childhood that hold a lot of energy. And those are the moments that are keeping us stuck in our present day, right? So we have this moment from childhood, and I kind of describe it, it's like, you know, it's like, this is the fist, this is the energy, you know, that stuck moment from childhood. And then we made all these conclusions from that moment from childhood, which maybe one of those conclusions was, I have to be perfect, right? If I'm not a perfect, I'll get criticized, I'll get attacked, whatever it is, right? And for me, the way that I work with people is to take that energy off of that original moment. So say maybe you were, 5 years old and your mother was like criticizing your dress, the way you were dressed or something. And, you know, and that's kind of when you took on, so like the, you know, it's your mother, it's age 5 and the energy, the emotion is criticism, right? And that's when you took on, you're like, I have to be perfect. Otherwise I'm going to be criticized. And so really, really, looking at that and really, really paying attention to that and, just being aware of that. So like you take the energy off that original moment and then all of a sudden it's like everything changes, right? Because you stop creating people that actually prove that you're right? So you stop creating people that say to you, like that criticize you so that you can prove that you have to be perfect so that you're never criticized. And so just really, it's like, it's really all about, it's like these moments we took on from childhood and really, you know, you clear those spaces, you take the energy off of that and then all of a sudden, you know, everything changes. So, you know, that's just something that to keep in mind. Also, I want to do a reframe on fear because I know a lot of people have been talking about fear, and, you know, they say it's evidence appearing real. And I call fear feeling excited and ready, right? So for me, the way that I always define fear is feeling excited and ready. Right? And so that's a total, hello. Hi, Monique. Thanks so much for joining. So excited to have you here. Yes, Barry is coming up next. Make sure you follow Barry Selby. He is going to be on next, and I'm sure he's going to have some great content for you. But looking at this piece of fear and just recognizing, like, we get to choose how we see the fear, right? We get to choose what we take on for fear. We get to choose how we see the fear. And so for me, the way that I see the fear is as a motivator, right? So it's like feeling excited and ready. So yeah, so really just paying attention to that, really, really looking at that. Yeah, so Barry's going to be coming up next. Yes, exactly. Fear shows you that you are on a path to growth. Yes, fear is all about just feeling excited and ready. And it's that hell yes to you, right? It's that hell yes that you are going for it. It's that hell yes that you are owning who you came here to be, owning who you came here to be in this world, owning the person that you want to be in this world, and just really, really, hi Marcus, thank you so much for joining. It's so good to have you here, and just really, really paying attention to that, really, really owning that. And Barry Selby is going to be coming on next. He'll be on in just a moment here. So if somebody can tell me when Barry is live. So yeah, cool. We got 1 more minute. And just to leave you with around this perfectionism, if every time you're kind of going into that perfectionism pattern, if you can actually just see that coming out of your body and choose your end goal, right? So can we just see that it's like shifting your focus from perfectionism and this has to be perfect and there's only one right way to this is moving me towards my end goal. So Barry Selby is live. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for everyone who's tuned into the replay, and I'm so excited to see what Barry has to say about overcoming perfectionism. Thanks so much.